back to the phones we go with Michael in Edinburgh, Texas. Hi there, Michael.
Hi, Kim. How you doing?
Good. What's going on?
Well, I'm a realtor here in the area, and I had a couple of questions for you regarding Facebook Live.
Okay.
I see it as a pretty good opportunity to extend my reach and save some money.
So this way you could do open houses that way?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm.
You know what? You are so smart. You are. It's because it's the perfect use for that, where you can set up an event, send out invitations to everybody, right? And then walk them through the house. And because Facebook Live, it's actually called something called social selling. So when you go looking online, you want to look for social selling. But it's really made for folks like you, as well as down the road, Michael, you're going to want to look at augmented reality, where people could actually walk through the house in a virtual reality setup. So anyway, but now you're starting with Facebook Live, and that's awesome.
Yeah, and of course, the goal is to get people in the door, but I think this is a good way to attract them to the property. And
Sure.
since you can schedule these, you could promote them on your page or even offline, promotion for when that's going to occur. And I had a couple questions for you with regard, on the technical side. There was a recent post that you had saying that you could now use this via a desktop or, in a webcam.
Yes.
But I was wondering if you use that platform, if there's something you could split off of there that would actually enable you to do a real, walkthrough instead of just being, tied down to a webcam.
Yeah, it used to, or the webcam is now is new. Before that, if you have a Facebook page for your business, which I assume that you do, is that you have it set up where you could do it on your phone or your tablet. That was the first stage of Facebook Live as far as rolling out. And then they actually rolled out the webcam. And the reason why we wrote about it is that now anybody can Facebook Live anything. I mean, if they have just a laptop or a desktop. But something for you is that, you could use your phone, you fire up the Facebook Pages app that gives you a little bit more flexibility and features as far as looking at what's going on in the chat room, comments that are being posted, people that are coming and going. And in addition to that, saving it so that people who miss the live feed, that they can go review it later. But it's something that, of course, you don't want to, what are you going to do? You can't carry around a laptop, right? And you're not going to carry around a desktop.
Right.
Because that's just dorky and that's not going to work, is that you can do Facebook Live from your phone. Now, the problem is that you don't want to get people nauseous when you're doing it, right?
Yeah.
And you don't want to shake, and you don't want to. And one of the things also is you want to pick an orientation. Either it's going to be horizontal or it's going to be vertical. Don't go flip flop. And I've seen too many of that. It's like, whoa, what just happened? But anyway, here nor there is that you have your phone, and there's something called a stabilizer, and sometimes it's called a gimbal stabilizer. And I'm sure you've seen them used in television productions, Michael. That so you slap your phone in it, and then you hold it, and then what it does is it makes the video so it's not moving around herky jerky, right?
Okay.
And so as you're walking around the house, whether you're walking up the stairs or down the stairs, that image is going to be steady as she goes. Okay.
Good.
And the gimbals are priced anywhere from, say, $200 to $2,000. Whichever one that you buy, make sure that it comes with a money-back guarantee, 30-day money-back guarantee, because it's really
they're I guess set up to accommodate just different phones or what have you.
Yeah. So when you look at it, you'll see that it will say, for example, iPhone 6 to 7s, Samsung Galaxy, S6s, 7s. And so you'll have to find the one that actually fits the phone that you have. Then the other thing that I would recommend is that you get a good microphone. And you could have like a lav mic that I'm wearing right now that hooks into the phone's headphone jack or power jack. And they're about $60. So you can see it's not going to cost you a lot in order to do this. But my biggest recommendation is not just the gear itself, but to make sure that you actually practice. A lot of people that I've seen that are doing this, they just fire it up and they think like, oh, it looks so easy on TV. It sounds so easy on the radio.
No, I really want this to be something with a little production value that develops a following, say for
Sure.
clients.
And and make sure that you have, you're a marketing guy. Make sure you have the calls to action at the end,
Hmm. Yeah.
and maybe in the beginning. But so that's where it'd be really great if you could practice your shots, do a run through, and make sure that you're giving the messages all along. Because if somebody's just joining you, say 3 minutes in, you want to be able to address them as well. Say, hey, if you're just joining us, maybe you missed the beginning part of the home. Is that I'm going to put this on the page so you can revisit it at your leisure. Make sure you share it out. Perfect home for a growing family, retired couple, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying. So that this way you have the points along the way. And because you're not always on camera, it's really super easy for you to actually hold a tablet. So you're holding the image, the gimbal stabilizer in one hand, and you're doing the walkthrough. Now, on your tablet or on another phone, what would be really great is if you had notes or maybe you used like a teleprompter app, which if you haven't used one of those to do a speech, beautiful. I've done it myself. Because the teleprompter app, you put just exactly what you want to say, you hit how many words per minute, and then it's just like a teleprompter, and you have that right in your right hand, and it really makes it super convenient. I'll put some links for you, like I do for everybody, over at komando.com. So in case you want to look at one of those stabilizers, or you want that app for the teleprompter, or if you want to take a look at the lav mic, make it super easy for you to go ahead and get exactly what you need, so that this way you could start making more sales there in Texas. And again, Michael, thank you so much for your call.